to Ordnance Survey.
Yeah, but he wanted them to all move with him, which I liked as well.
I like that. And I loved the reveal at the end that his parents
that
around the corner.
That was my favourite thing. JP, because now wants to become an estate agent, which makes total sense.
Yeah.
And Kingsley getting his internship at the radio station. Everything fitted together. JP and Josie sort of trying to make it over as a couple. The clip afterwards, which was sort of set, I think, maybe 6 months later, and it was done as like a Skype call, where Vod and Oregon were now in Asia.
That's right, they agreed to go
but Oregon was in Laos, and Vod had somehow got into Vietnam. Josie was doing the Skyping because she was obviously back at the house. Because Kingsley and JP, as we learned, were going to move in together. And it transpired that since that time, Howard had moved in with them as well.
Well, that's right, because Howard was going to live in like a house share somewhere.
Yeah, but he said they were too weird, the other two housemates, so he moved in with Kingsley and JP. And the three male characters from an established show living together in does that not remind you of an American spin-off of something we talked about maybe last week? Wasn't that Saved by the Bell, the college years?
Saved by the Bell, the college years.
Where it was the male characters who went to college.
I'm not putting the theme tune in again.
No,
I'm sorry.
And I know that I went to the screening, they were talking about spin-off ideas for each of the characters, which I thought was one of the funniest bits of the Q&A.
You know what? The only character, and I imagine you two would agree with, the only character I'd be in any way interested in seeing in a spin-off would be Vod. Because she was... No, I don't think Howard without the rest of them would work, whereas I think Vod would excel anywhere.
But what they were saying was, what sort of spin-offs could you see for your characters? And there was something like Joe Thomas was saying that he could see Nurse Kingsley was his, where Kingsley becomes a nurse, but the nurse who shaves people before their operations.
Yeah, that would be quite
see that as Kingsley's. And Kimberly Nixon said that Josie would become a really judgy Boots pharmacist. To sort of deciding whether or not someone should get the morning after pill and things like that. That would be, and Charlotte Ritchie said they could do like a West Wing with Oregon. Sort of,
I do think, and it's an issue I have. I'm seeking the correct therapy for it. Whenever I get a final episode, it gets about halfway through, I start to think, "Oh, I wonder how they're going to end this." Your mind drifts to, "Oh, how's it going to end?" And you stop watching it. I wasn't ever. And I thought the ceiling was going to cave in and the house would fall down.
But I do like how they sort of all huddled in together, and that was nice. And they've done little things like in the Cellar episode where they all sort of hugged Oregon for not getting her scholarship thing.
I think they ended it so well that, as you say, we don't really want anything, as particularly with the six of them, anytime. Maybe, as you say, we could take a spin.
Maybe in a different show, all six actors playing different characters.
Yeah,
in a different show, like as I said, like Heidi High, then You Rang My Lord. Gary, pick of the week.
Right.
Yeah. What aren't you going to watch this week?
Oh, right. I've just got to get the thing up. Hold on one second. I've got to get the episode, the look up from the Custard TV.
I'll do mine. I watched it today, and I would advise Matt to watch it. He knows where. Channel 4 Wednesday, The People Next Door.
Oh, that was going to be mine as well.
Have you seen it?
No, have we got a preview copy of it?
We've got a preview copy of it, yes. Okay. Is made by the same people who brought us Blackout and Cyberbully, so sort of a docudrama. It's about a young couple who move into their first house together and become obsessed with the goings-on of the people next door. I think it's going to be very thought-provoking. It's going to suck people in. It's only an hour, but it's a really well-structured...
Yeah. And when's that, Luke?
Really... Wednesday, 9 o'clock, Channel 4.
I've got two. I don't apologise.
Which one will you watch? That's the game.
Number one is... You've not got it on your document, but the excellent... time travel JFK conspiracy drama 11/22/63 starts on Sunday on the Fox channel. Right. So you've not covered that, for which I'm very disappointed.
When you say excellent, you've seen it already, or you just?
I have seen the first episode.
Okay.
And what's your other one, Gary?
I'm going to go for Marcella, which is Monday night 9 p.m. on ITV, which is the thrill drama.
It's actually Marcella, as she keeps
is it set near me? I live in an area called Lee, which is next to an area called Grove Park, and it's set in Grove Park because it's the Grove Park Killer.
She spends the entire episode telling you it's Marcella, not Marcella, but yeah.
Whatever. Well, I haven't seen it yet.
First up is the replacement for the night manager Sunday night on BBC One is Undercover, the new drama from Peter Moffat of Silk fame. That stars Adrian Lester and Sophie Okonedo. It's essentially about the first black woman to become public prosecutor or something like that.
With President Palmer.
That's the one.
Features President Palmer.
Dennis Haysbert, President Palmer is in this. Yeah. It's got a couple of good twists and turns, and our friend Mark Bonner is in a future episode, I believe. So,
yes, he is. Yeah.
I get him on to interview for this. And my other one, and I can't believe neither of you mentioned this already.
Well, I was
Sex Box.
Is the return of Sex Box, 10 p.m. Channel 4 on Monday.
Yeah, right, you can follow us all on Twitter. Also, we should mention, we didn't mention it this week. If they've both had 2 picks of the week, I will. 10:45 Tuesday, Murdered by My Father, which you can now watch on BBC Three online.
Yeah.
But it's on BBC One at that time on
Can
Tuesday.
I just make a point quickly? I know you're trying to wrap up, but
I really am.
I know we didn't mention 13 this week, but I think this was the first week that I thought, like you thought, about BBC Three, and because the final episode aired online before the 4th episode aired on TV.
I know, I'm getting
there
so
wasn't
confused.
that sort of second screen experience where we could all go at the same time. Wow,
I did watch the second to last. I did go online and watch the last episode of 13. I didn't wait till this Sunday.
But Luke didn't.
Yeah,
Luke didn't.
I didn't. No. Well, I
but
find
that's
myself
again
less engaged. But we'll talk
my
about
point
it.
is that you mentioned Murdered by My Father. And that's another one where I think everyone should be watching it at the same time. Facebook, can I do some shout-outs?
No, yes, go.
Yeah. Caroline Harding and William D. Briggs are our latest followers.
Big up yourself.
And also, I think Rachel Hawkins, who writes for the site, is that right?
Yeah, she does occasional bits, yeah.
And we also got some love because of the A word has mentioned just a couple of times in there.
Yes, I've noticed that. Thank you for all your support. Okay. At Luke Custard TV for me on Twitter. The Gary Show is Gary Show on Twitter. And that is Matt's TV Bites. We'll be back next week to discuss the final episodes of
Gary,
13.
what happened to the quiz?
Moving on.
The final episodes of 13.
I've got television to watch to do a bloody quiz.
The Anna Friel drama Marcella from the writer of The Bridge, and as Matt mentioned, Undercover from Silk writer Peter Moffat. We'll discuss all
and maybe the Durrells as well, which I'd watch.
No, maybe. And the people next door. The people next door.
And unless I'm cut out of the Twitter, me as well. I'll be on the phone.
Alright then, take care. Thank you. Bye.
Download this podcast from thecustardtv.com.